Hey, everybody. Good morning. Another morning coffee with Cliff. I'm so glad you're here. I'm still here on my island, here in the Thousand Islands, New York. Let me know where you are in the world. Let's connect today. Always trying to get better every day in every way than I was yesterday. Hey, and if that resonates with you, you're in the right place. Subscribe to the channel. I'm building a community of progress here, and it's one quality person at a time, and you're the next one. Boom, hit the subscribe button. If I get one subscriber today, I've made progress towards a worthy goal. And listen, that's what's really going to make your life more satisfying. And I know it's going to make mine because I've done the study, I've done the research, and people get to the end of their lives. And the most satisfaction they got was from making progress towards worthy goals and having some deep, meaningful relationships. All right, let me know where you are in the world, and I'll try, if I can, see you on the screen here because it's pretty sunny this morning. Not too warm this morning. Got up today at around 5:30 a.m. and it was 59 degrees here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Glad you're here, everybody. Glad to see you on board. Good morning. Morning coffee with Cliff. And hey, cheers to you with my cup of coffee. We're going to make this a great day, and I want you to do the same. We can do that with intention. And I say that even though sometimes maybe you, and I know myself, even today, I'm going through some challenges. But if I look at it from a different perspective, I can actually look at it as a gift. And it's very hard to do that because part of the time the mind goes to a default negative state and it can be very troubling. And so if you take a different perspective, a different view, and ask different questions, what is good about this? What is going to be a good thing going forward? What can I expect great to happen out of these circumstances? What can I do with this winter phase, right, that I'm going through? Knowing full well that spring is coming. Every time in history, spring has always followed winter. It has never changed. So we can take confidence in recognizing seasons and patterns that we can use to serve us. So glad you're here. If I have to, I'll have to use my glasses. I won't worry about my ego. But I want to recognize you when you chime in. All right, everybody, thanks for chiming in here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I like going live in the vertical mode of YouTube because I know it shows up in the shorts feed and I get to connect with people who aren't already subscribed. And I'm here in a very beautiful location. This is not AI generated. This is not a green screen. You know it's the real McCoy. And I like going raw and real because there's so much AI generated BS out there. And, you know, some things are just too polished or too green screened. And I don't like the fakeness of it unless it's just for entertainment purposes. But other than that, hey, are you a real person? Are you creating real content? Okay, then I'm in. I'm even finding that with the movies that I'm watching. I just watched a movie last week called Roman Holiday, very old movie. Audrey Hepburn back in 1953, right? 4 years before I'm born, this movie comes out. But what I liked about it, not that the story was that great, but it was filmed entirely in Rome. And you can tell that it's actually being filmed on location all around Rome. And having visited Rome, it was kind of cool to see those locations again. But there again, I think it's part of the sign of the times that we are craving authenticity, craving realness, not necessarily over polished, overproduced, trying to go for too much of a perfected product. Instead, be yourself, be real. And that's the best way also to make friends and to conduct business and to keep relationships cool. Hey, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Hey, I am 68 still. I'm not 69 and for another month, my friend. But thank you. And guess what? Enthusiasm wise, ambition wise, and also physical fitness wise, I'm 32. I am telling you the truth. I did 150 push-ups yesterday, plus I did my upper body workout. And today I'll be jumping rope and I'll be doing my lower body workout here on the island. I'm not going to the gym today. I'm going to stay here on the island where I have quite a few weights and I have the ability to get a really, a decent workout in. I have some barbells and dumbbells, but there's also a gym nearby here on the island, in the island area. but it takes me about 30 minutes to get there. I got to go by boat to the mainland, and then it's about 15 minutes to the gym. But it's a great gym. So a couple, 3 times a week, I get over to the gym. And then while I'm on the mainland, I do my grocery shopping. Sometimes I play tennis, and maybe I just go out to eat. Hey, thanks everybody for checking in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Always a community of progress here. Oh, you're doing the calculations. I got you, my friend. I got you. I got you. I love it. Hey, pretty close. 69. I'm going to be 69 August. Yep. I'm a Leo. Anybody Leos out there? Good morning, everybody. It's Morning Coffee with Cliff. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'm just trying to build this channel even bigger. A community of progress. You know, that's what I study. That's what I work on all the time. How I can get better every day in every way that I was yesterday, and just appreciate life more. And also, you know, share with other people, connect with other people. Obviously, the best way to connect with people is one-on-one across the table, maybe having a cup of coffee, tea, or maybe an adult beverage right over a meal. It's great. Sit down with a conversation with close family or friends that we fellowship with. Hey, but the next best way, why not take advantage of this technology we have? I'm here on my own island, and I'm able to turn on my camera and live stream in real time to the world. I've connected with people over the past couple of weeks from Russia, Italy, Germany, India, and gained a lot of subscribers who are not even in this country. I'm in the USA. Let me know where you are. And I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. It's just beautiful paradise here. It really, I spend my summers here, and it's been in the family for generations, this island. But it really reboots me. It's like rebooting a computer, right? It really refreshes me mentally, not only physically, but just being here in the middle of nature and actually having to get my hands dirty on the island here. It's kind of a work in progress. You really have to do a lot of, you know, groundwork here to keep the island in shape. Otherwise, it gets overgrown and a lot of bugs and everything else that have to be taken care of here on the island. And then just going to the grocery store is not something you can just jump in the car and go to. I got to get in the boat and then, you know, go to the mainland and then drive 20 minutes to the grocery store. Hey, glad you're here, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we are growing slowly but surely, right? One quality person at a time, and you're going to be the next one. I know that's for sure. Hey, don't worry about spelling. That's not important. Hey, that's not important. All right. So glad you're here. Hey, thanks everybody for checking in. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you're in the right place. I'm Cliff Yates. I'm a retired LA County Sheriff Sergeant. And I was a cop in upstate New York for 5 years. Then I was a cop in Los Angeles for 30 years. And while in LA, I was a stand-up comic. I became known as LA's comedy cop because I was a cop by day and a comedian by night, which is kind of weird and kind of strange. But come to find out, even today, there's probably half a dozen to a dozen current working police officers who also do stand-up comedy, you know, on the side or at night. I was cop by day, comedian by night, and actually went around the country. At one time, we did a Blue Lives Matter comedy tour, and it was 8 or 9 of us that were retired police officers doing stand-up, and we did some great shows. We did Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. We played Las Vegas and Treasure Island. And we did some gigs in Florida and Connecticut. And we also did some in Montana and near Billings. Wow, we did quite a few shows. It wasn't that profitable, and it was kind of work intensive, but hey, we had a great time and with each other and with the crowds. A lot of support, and that was fun to do. But now I'm here on my private island, and I really focus on my writing, my podcasting, and trying to have a positive impact on other people. I have found for myself, there's no greater joy. Having a positive impact on somebody else, no greater joy. And I would say that to you. You never know. Un don't ever underestimate the power of your influence. I'm telling you, it's more than you think. You're always influencing, or at least you're always communicating with someone else, whether it's by words or the way you act or interact or don't interact with people. Sometimes what you don't say says a lot about you. And listen, we all have different personalities and different kinds of what do you call them, goals or ways we interact. But I definitely want to continuously be growing, to becoming more. Listen, if you're not growing, you're dying, right? We're either growing or we're shrinking. And so I constantly want to be growing. Those are the kind of things that I share on my channel. And so if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I've been going live on the island here, doing morning coffee with Cliff. Just I've gotten the habit of doing it, and I really enjoy it. And I don't have a script, none. Maybe sometimes you can tell, but I don't have a teleprompter. It's all things from my experience, my 68 years young experience, and that I'm sharing with you. Over my shoulder back there is Singer Castle. It's kind of a famous pad. Uh, Singer Castle was built in 1905 by Frederick Bourne, who at the time he was on the board of Singer Sewing Machine, and that's why it became known as Singer Castle all these years. And they have tours that go through there. It's a corporation that owns it now. Of course, they want to always be highlighting it, Singer Castle. And they have a lot of Singer sewing machines actually in the castle, which I don't think were there during the time the owner and his family spent on the island. But it's quite a great place to visit. Singer Castle. You can look it up online. Just put in Singer Castle and you'll know, hey, I was just watching a video with a guy. He was looking at Singer Castle over his shoulder. And it's quite an interesting story. You can read it up online. Hey, everybody, good morning. Hey, thanks for the hearts. Oh, love it. Love it. Oh, listen, what do we got here for comments? I love it. Where you there? There's electricity from past 25 years and Wi-Fi, and you have a home bar too? Absolutely, I got a home bar, of course. Yeah, we have electricity here. We have all the comforts of home. Actually, you're on a private island. The electricity actually comes under the water. The cables run under the water, actually to all the islands here. And back when electricity was really brought to all the islands, it was you end up paying so much per foot from the nearest island to you. So people, they gradually ended up getting to everybody's island. And so we got a power box here on the island, and I get my Wi-Fi actually from the castle right there. The Wi-Fi comes to my island from the castle, and then I actually transmit it. I got a transmitter in the crook of my cabin here, and that way I get a great deal on Wi-Fi, and I get it all year round, so I can have cameras here during the winter. This is a summer place, everybody. It has to be winterized in the fall. I can't live here all year round, nor would I really want to. After about 5 months here, hey, I'm ready to get back on the mainland and at my home in Florida. And so, hey, I'm glad you're here, everybody. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. You're in the right place. I'm all about everything that would allow us through philosophy, thinking, strategy, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. 25, 30, well, 35 plus years ago, I went to a seminar with Jim Rohn, who actually, that was the first guy in the seminar business that Tony Robbins worked for. And then after going to Jim Rohn, I ended up going to a Tony Robbins seminar. I walked the hot coals. This is in 1992. And then my wife saw the changes in me back then. We were just starting to date. And she says, I got to go to one of these seminars. So in 2019, we both went together. And I know everything on her goal list came true. And pretty much everything on my goal list came true too, because we had it written down. We looked at it. We had a vision board. We had images of our head of where we wanted to go, what we wanted to do. And also, seeing all these things come true. I mean, when you have that track record, you get excited. What more can I think, and bring into physical presence? What more can I manifest through having a dominating thought that I can marry with strong emotions and put in my subconscious mind? And it's just amazing. Once you've done it, then you know you can do it. It's actually more than believing. It's one thing to believe you can do something, and it's actually another level to know I can bring this into reality. And sometimes we set a goal or we set a destination in our life, and along the way, maybe we change direction or we change where we're going or where we're doing. But that's okay. The whole point is start. Sometimes the hardest thing is starting. The biggest obstacle is starting. All of us tend, it's not quite right. We need to wait. You know what? It's not the right time. I have to wait for this. I have to wait for that. Hey, when this happens, then I will start. No, start messy, start now. I don't care what it is and how small you have to start. Maybe it's just writing down a business plan of what you plan on doing and just write it down. Get some images in your head. Make some plans of how this is going to all work out. Maybe it just takes some small steps. Even though it doesn't seem possible now, the point is in the future, it's going to come to happen because of what you want. You're decisive. You have a dominating thought in your head. And if you're not quite sure of what you want to set as a destination, goal, or ambition, you know what? Look around. Spend your time having fun doing it, and then just pick something. You know, you don't have to, don't put it in your head. If I pick this, you know what? I'm going to be stuck doing that the rest of my life. No, you're not going to get stuck doing anything. As a matter of fact, you always have the freedom to change your mind. Hey, you don't like where you live, you can change it. You don't like your spouse, I mean, unfortunately, you can change it. Mine did, changed it. If you don't like what you're doing, you can change it. If you don't like your group of friends, you can change them. Listen, you're free. Oh man, I heard this great statement the other day. I keep repeating it, and we were playing cards the other day, and I kept repeating it, and my friends and my mom, and they were getting upset with me because I kept saying it over and over again, but it kept ringing true to me. And Bob Proctor was the video I was watching, and he was talking about an employee that he had that was very negative, very poor, poor minded, poor financially, poor in attitude. And she turned it around and became a multimillionaire. And the fact, what he was trying to say is when she was in that bad state, he used a metaphor. You can't escape a prison that you don't know you're in. And that's what she was. She couldn't escape a prison she didn't know she was in, and there was no lock on the door. And I thought that was a great metaphor. We're not trapped. We think we are. In our mind, we can't change where we are. In our mind, we're in a cell. We're stuck. We're only stuck because of our thinking. That's the only way we're stuck, because of our thinking. I'm getting excited just talking about these things, but those are the kind of things that I talk about on my podcast, and I do my long form content. So if that resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel. That's my purpose this morning. Morning Coffee with Cliff is to, hey, let's grow the channel a little bigger. It's always going to be positive stuff. I'm always going to bring you 100% ambitious energy, and it'll always be from the heart. A lot of times it'll be like this. It'll be live in the morning, maybe morning coffee with Cliff. No script, no teleprompter. Forget that. Do I know what I'm talking about, or do I not? Of course, I'll try to have some good content for you. I always want it to be of value, so I'll try not to go off on a tangent. But this morning, it's just all about having a cup of coffee and, you know what, connecting with people all over the world. And no greater time to be alive. And I'm glad you're here with me on the St. Lawrence River in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York in the United States, everybody. Let me know where you're at. There's a barn swallow and a seagull flying together. I don't know if they're buddies or not. I hear you. Jonathan Livingston Seagull is talking to me out here. Hey, thanks everybody for the comments. I love it. One subscription a day. That's right. It's a win, my friend. Thank you. Oh man, I think you follow this goal. I absolutely follow that golden rule. Iran, Brooklyn. I don't know if that's Iran in the house. I believe it is. Okay, I'll take your word for it. You know what I do? I do what Matthew McConaughey, Matthew McConaughey. He was on a podcast, and you know what he talked about? It's something that I try to do too. When I meet people, I don't distrust them, and then they have to earn that trust from me. No, the minute we meet, I give them 100% trust and I put them up. And then they would have to prove me wrong, and by their saying and what they do and their, you know, their actions. Otherwise, I'm going to take it for granted they're a great person. They're just a friend I haven't met yet. And when you go into life with that attitude, I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference in how people receive you. Because, yeah, I mean, it's so true. What our thoughts are creates a vibration in us, and people sense it. And they're either excited and attracted to it, or they're repelled by it. You know how it is. If you're a positive type person, you know what it is when negativity comes into the room. You're repelled by it. You don't want to be around it. You want to get away from it. You know the kind of people that sometimes they sneak into our inner circle, which is why we have to audit our inner circle on occasion. All right, who's in my inner circle that I'm interacting with on a regular basis? You know, are they contributing also, not just taking? You know, sometimes people slip into our inner circle and they're takers. They're toxic. They're always creating drama. All of a sudden, you notice, ooh, this person always in a victim mentality. We kind of have to audit those people, and they can't really be in the inner circle. They don't have to know they're out, They don't have to know that we limit our time with them, but we have to do that on purpose for our own mental health as well as our physical health. You know, the relationship, mind, body go together. The body is the servant of the mind. You know, it does how we think and how we talk to it. And oh, I got a bunch of barn swallows sweeping around. There must be a lot of bugs here in the air. The barn swallows come around, they scoop up a lot of bugs. This time of year, there's a lot of bugs around, uh, depending on the time of day. But other than that, you can see it's paradise here on the island, Thousand Islands region of upstate New York. I'm so glad you connected with me today. Thank you for joining me for Morning Coffee with Cliff. And always a pleasure to have at least one new subscriber. You know what? Maybe I'm not getting 10,000 a day, but if I get one, I count it as a win, everybody. Oh, I got a fishing pole, my friend. I have a Bear North 2838. Hey, Brooklyn's in the house also. Glad you're here. Thank you, Brooklyn. Hey, I got a fishing pole. As a matter of fact, there's about 10 poles here on the island. Smallmouth bass is open. Yeah, I will be fishing today, probably. I haven't done much fishing the last few years, but you know what? I got my license. I'm gonna start fishing a little bit. This is one of the best smallmouth bass fisheries in the world, I think. It's amazing. They have 2 or 3 big bass tournaments here every year. Bassmasters comes around my island, and so does Major League Fishing, and they got the cameras out here. And I'm going to film them next time they're coming around the island for a tournament. Because I have another channel called the Island Life Channel, where I really just focus on filming things around my island and also the surrounding islands. There's 1,864 islands here, everybody. All right, everybody, I'm glad you're here. Morning Coffee with Cliff. You're in the right place. If you're just jumping in on the shorts feed, hey, it's all things positivity. It's all self-improvement, personal growth. These are the kind of things because you know what? We are not of a victim mentality. We are victors. I don't care how many times we get knocked down. We're getting back up. I don't care. Knock me down tomorrow. I'm going to get back up on Wednesday. I just did a charity golf tournament that was in the name of 2 of my classmates who passed away a few years ago, very, very young. And actually, I had been reflecting. I had a little pity party on myself, a pity party on the drive to Rochester, New York, where the charity golf was being held. Actually, Caledonia, New York, having a little pity party for a few minutes on my own challenges. And then when I got to the charity event, and this year the recipient of the charity money was a family. It was a wife and 3 young kids, a 3-year-old boy and 2 5-year-old twin girls. And their dad had passed away from cancer, a young man in his 40s. And boy, I've just put things in perspective, right? We can always put things in perspective. We can always say, wow, how grateful am I to be here with you today? An attitude of gratitude is going to take you, and it can take you all the way to the end. I'm going to be taking some more video. My mom today, she'll be on the treadmill at 91. Well, she'll be 91 in a few weeks, but she's still walking on the treadmill. And we played cards the other day, and she had such a vivacious, laughter going and enjoying time here on the island. Just no negativity. And I want to get to my 90s with that positive mental attitude. And I know her physical movement is a big part of that. Her walking on the treadmill that she started really not until she was 70 did she start walking on a regular basis. And I think that's kept her alive today. It's kept her vivacious and really young looking, and she's still driving and very independent, believe me. But we can use those as models and examples. And, we don't want to copy people. We want to, but we can use role models. Models are really important. Hey, and you know what? It helps our mentality to know if another person has done it, then we can do it. That's the proof. That's all the proof you need going forward in whatever you're trying to accomplish. Thank you, everybody. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for all the positive comments. You know what? You're awesome. You are awesome. You have greatness within you. Yeah, the bass. Oh man, the bass are delicious up here. The water's pretty clean here. Very clean. And the bass are very, very healthy here. And geez, about 5 or 6 years ago, caught a couple nice bass, and my wife beer battered those things up. I mean, she filleted those things beautifully, and the flavor of those smallmouth bass, just tremendous, right? And helps us with our omega-3s. It couldn't get any fresher fish than that, right? From the time it was caught to the time it was on the plate was probably 3 hours. And that is fresh fish, my friend. So, hey, so glad you're here. I'm going to be heading over to the Island Life channel. So I'm glad for all of you who stepped in today. There are going to be more videos out later. Always trying to create a community of progress here. I always want to intentionally put some videos out there with great value to them. You know, we never know who we're influencing. So I want you, and I talk to myself when I say this, never underestimate the power of your influence. You have influence over the other people, and don't doubt it. And don't doubt that you have greatness within you. I recognize now that I know, hey, listen, if I have some greatness within me, what I do is I notice it in other people. Wow, the infinite potential of that person, that person, and that person. I hope they know it. And I try to give the gift of encouragement when I can to other people. Complimenting other people is so important to do. And a lot of times, I read this the other day and I go, ooh, that's so true. A lot of times, and I'm talking to myself here, we think, you know what? I'm not going to compliment this guy. It's going to be awkward and they don't care. You know what? The fact is, they do care and it's not awkward. So put it in your mind like I do. If I'm out and about, I try to compliment 5 people a day. I look for something authentic, something I can realistically compliment about them. You know, maybe some jewelry, a watch. I'm a watch person, so if somebody's wearing a Date Just Rolex, I notice, and hey, I love your Date Just. That's a nice watch. I have one. You know what I mean? Something you can legitimately connect to. You don't make it up. You're not fake and phony about it. But hey, let me tell you something. You're going through the grocery line and you take notice of somebody's clothes or the jewelry they're wearing, and you make a little bit of eye contact, not in a creepy way. You know what? Not too many people are going to do that throughout their day. And you might just boost them in their day. You can do it. You got it within you. I'm glad you're here, everybody. Thanks for checking in. And hey, I'll see you in the next video for sure.